Good morning, lovers of resin. Terri Bemis here with WaterSong Creek Creations. I wanted to just take a quick minute this morning and share with you everything that I taught yesterday. I started teaching resin classes several months ago, back in February of this year, I think. And yesterday, I had people in my kitchen all day long taking resin classes, learning how to do resin. I live in a retirement community in Lake County, Florida, and I've got so many people here that are excited about learning to do resin. The snowbirds are starting to come back, and everyone who comes to my classes, before they leave, they say, "You're going to continue teaching, right?" Because they're really excited about this art. And I just wanted to share with you what we made yesterday, some of what we made yesterday. It was a little bit of everything. But last year, or earlier this year, I guess, I taught here about how to do Christmas trees on 4-inch by 12-inch canvas. And those trees, I left the canvas white. I used crushed glass and seashells. It was all seashells. And so now this year we've kind of expanded it a little, where I gave everyone the option of painting their canvas whatever color they chose. And I had a bunch of jewelry that I took apart, and everybody chose to go with jewelry except two, and they did an ocean theme. So, and then I've got a couple other things I'll show you, but I did want to just give you some inspiration, I hope, for what you could do with the Michaels 4-inch by 12-inch deep canvas, some crushed glass, and some old jewelry. So let me get the camera turned around and I'll take you on a little tour. Just real quick, I thought I would show you what all I have to teach when I set up, just in case you're ever interested in that. I normally teach on Thursdays, and so there's my welcome sign for everybody coming in. Of course, I would never tackle a class or an art piece that I make without my ProGlas 1000 resin. It's the only resin I use. I recommend you use it as well. It's a 2-part epoxy, 50-50 mixture for 3.5 minutes. Comes out crystal clear and rock hard every time. It's my favorite resin. You can get that at fiberglasswarehouse.com or on Amazon. This is for popping bubbles and cleaning up any resin you get on your hands. It's just a spray bottle with 91% isopropyl alcohol. You need to use 91% or higher for it to be effective. Of course, the torch I used on some charcuterie boards we made after the Christmas trees. Paper towels, I have this is a CD case where I keep all of my mica powders. So that is a great way to carry around a lot of mica powder. Of course, baby wipes, paper towels. When we were doing the class, I have these molds, and they're the perfect size for a soap dish. So I have all these stones, and when I'm teaching class and we have leftover resin, I'll just pour it in that mold and throw some rocks in there and make some fun soap dish holders. And I put those little cabinet bumpers I put on the back just to hold them up and keep them nice. I have gloves. I have measuring cups for doling out the resin and putting the different colors mica powder in it. I use these little mini bottles for the alcohol for my students. That's handy for each one to have at their station. Toothpicks, craft sticks. These are great. This is a silicone makeup brush, and this is wonderful for moving the resin around on whatever your substrate is, whether it's canvas or wood or whatever. And then all my crushed glass I already put away, but I have these little Dollar Tree pans that I put freezer paper on, and little cups I get at the Dollar Tree that are perfect for the 8x12s. And then these are the canvases. These are some prepared ones that we did not use yesterday. I put a heavy coat of gesso on them before we get started. And of course, seashells galore, because everybody loves to do the seashells. And then I have all my cutouts I do on my Cricut machine. I've got turtles and sharks and mermaids and dolphins and all things ocean. So there's just a little bit of what I used to teach the class. And then over here we have what we actually made. So this is something one of the artists at a store where I sell in Mount Dora had painted these, and she attempted to resin them. It didn't work very well. She had to sand them down and try again, and still they pitted, and it was pretty bad when I got them. She didn't use ProGlas 1000, and she did not pour in a controlled weather environment. She did them out on her patio where it was humid and the temperature wasn't proper. But we did a trade-off, and I fixed them for her, and now they're gorgeous and perfect. All right, so here is the first one. Again, these are 4" by 12". And what is so fun about teaching is I have an idea of what I want the people to do when they come in, and then they just take the ideas and run with them with their own imagination and the color schemes in their homes, and they just turn out stunning. And I always get so many ideas, and you know, these have a fun 3D. I do tape off the back and then clean them up when I'm all done. So there's the first one. Here, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I went to some yard sales that we had here in the community where I live, and just got a ton of jewelry. Took all of the ear wires and hooks and pins off the back, and kind of threw a smorgasbord of used jewelry pieces and parts out there, and this is what they did. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm so impressed. And of course, I give little suggestions here and there, but it's their imagination. So this lady went with a pearl Christmas tree trunk, and the little ceramic tile squares as Christmas lights with a gorgeous tree topper. That's so, so pretty. This is a shelf sitter, and it is heavy. I don't know that I can pick it up. It's 2" wood by 8" wide, and she went with a seashell theme, and this will just stand up on its own on a shelf. So kind of like that pumpkin back there. That is a shelf sitter, and it's the same dimensions of the wood. It's just not as tall. So I painted that pumpkin and put crushed glass at the top and bigger pieces of glass at the bottom. I just think that's precious. I love that one. All right, here is another sand or beach theme. Get the glare off up there. So she put a little gem in the center of the starfish, with which I thought was clever, and used all seashells on crushed glass to embellish hers. And then she said, I wish I had some sandals. I think flip-flops would be a really cute tree trunk. I said, I have a Cricut machine in the other room. So I ran in there and cut out flip-flops on the Cricut machine. And then she put sand around the bottom so that it looks like the Christmas tree is standing in the sand. I thought that was brilliant. So smart, these ladies. Okay, here is another one. This lady she does woodwork art and painting, and she had all these pretty white waves that she painted, but the crushed glass of the tree covered up most of them. You can see a little bit of it there. And I'm sorry for the shadows, but this is just simple elegance. Isn't that a gorgeous base for the tree? You know, I always say it all the time, you're only limited by your imagination. whatever you can think of, you can do. How about that? Isn't that beautiful? Look at the 3D on that one. And she just took some floppy earrings and made a tree skirt at the bottom and the trunk out of old earrings and went with an all blue theme. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I think I showed you that one already. Did I? I'll show. Yeah, I did, because I showed you the 3D. So then I had a couple of ladies that wanted to do charcuterie boards, only they decided when all was said and done that they weren't going to use them as charcuterie boards. They were just going to hang them up as decorations, which is great. And what most people do with a charcuterie board anyway, they hang it up when they're not using it. I did put a clear coat over the top, so it is food safe now. They both wanted turtles. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this one as well. Those are about 17-inch boards. So I waited about 5 hours, came in and put the vinyl sea creatures, and then top coated them. They turned out really, really cute. Back here is a little fun thing I was working on. I had gotten this pattern off a membership group that I'm in, this cute little Christmas tree, and then I resined over it and put some crushed glass in the star and in the snow at the bottom for sparkle, which I thought was really cute. And then over here I have another shelf sitter, get past the coffee bar. I have another shelf sitter that I used hot glue for dimensions. So this sticks out a little bit. So I used hot glue to make the star and the lights coming down and the manger with the little baby Jesus head, and put some crushed glass around that. So that was my first attempt. I think what I'll use next time is clear caulk and paint over that. I think I'll have better control of the smoothness. I'm sorry for the shadows. As you can see, that's kind of rough. So I think with clear caulk, it could be better. So that's kind of what's happening around here. I hope this provides you some inspiration, and I'll be back with another video soon. I would love to see what you're working on. Please drop a link or a picture in the comments so I can see what you're working on. All right, have a blessed day.